Tonight on CTV, Tony Frank sat down and spoke to student media. Hear what he had to say about parking on campus and Hughes Stadium.
Plus, homecoming was this past weekend. See what CSU had in store for the big parade on Friday.
And later, we take a look at a local costume shop that has all your Halloween needs.
All this and more on CTV.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Sierra Cymes.
And I'm Madison Sloan. Welcome to tonight's episode of CTV. A female student riding her bike was hit by a Chevy Silverado this Tuesday afternoon, just south of the Hartshorn Health Center parking lot on campus. The accident occurred around 2 p.m. when the driver of the truck was exiting the health center Z lot. Witnesses say there was no blood on the scene. Keep checking thecollegian.com for updates.
Fort Collins' population is rising rapidly, and a need for a solution may come in the form of Hughes Stadium. Student media sat down with President Tony Frank to discuss some hot topic issues.
At the administration building, issues of student housing in Hughes Stadium came up in a Q&A with CSU President Tony Frank.
We can work to develop higher density student-oriented housing that hopefully is situated either within walking distance of campus or close to mass transit lines, things of that nature, that allow us to address parking issues, address our carbon footprint as a university, all those sorts of things.
Another issue that came up was the late Hughes Stadium.
Does it really make sense to let Hughes sort of sit for the 40-year period of the bonds on this project, just in case in year 38 and 39, you needed to dip into that? And I think that's a valid question.
The original plan was to keep Hughes around until the new stadium was financially stable.
Does that mean we have enough in the way of land buffers that we feel comfortable entering into a discussion about Hughes now and putting that land to work, if you will, or into use for the community, the campus? And the board's response to that has been, sure, we're willing to consider that.
Hughes Stadium could be the solution to student housing demands.
That land, or perhaps to exchange that land for a piece of land that might make more sense for higher density housing.
Frank says the next steps for the stadium use will be decided after listening to the Fort Collins community and the Board of Governors.
Gas prices continue to drop across the country, where 49 of the 50 states saw prices fall last week less than 6 cents. In Fort Collins, prices have dropped nearly 7 cents per gallon in the last week. The current city average is at $2.33 a gallon, 86 cents lower than a year ago. To all the students looking for even cheaper gas, the Costco gas station on Harmony in Timnath has the lowest prices, currently at $2.06 a gallon.
And Thornton officials are developing plans to build a pipeline that would move water from the Poudre River to Thornton's water treatment plant almost 60 miles away. The river in North Fort Collins could deliver up to 14,000 acre-feet of water per year to the city of 127,000. The Big Straw is what some water providers are calling the project, which isn't expected to be operational until 2025. Thornton has been trying to obtain Poudre River water since the mid-1980s.
Colorado State University celebrated 101 years of homecoming this year. Events were held throughout last week, and they included the annual parade to kick off the weekend festivities. This past Friday, roads across Fort Collins were shut down to harbor the CSU Homecoming Parade. Colorado State alumni, students, families, and Fort Collins residents gathered to enjoy the annual event. CSU sophomore Jessica Ralston explains why being a part of this tradition is such a unique experience.
It's just a really great experience. I'm really excited to be a part of it and have the chance to hang out with other CSU students and other members in the community. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited.
The event included floats from campus organizations, local businesses, and nonprofit organizations from all over the city. Nikki Godwin, a CSU junior, explains why she thinks the parade is one of the best homecoming traditions the university offers.
I think that the CSU Parade is such an amazing event that the school throws on for homecoming, because we all get to be creative and build a float together as a team, and I think that's super awesome. And then also it establishes a community within Fort Collins. It's kind of like a kickoff to the weekend. My parents come every year and I love seeing them, and being in the parade is so much fun and seeing everyone, so I really enjoy it.
The parade kicked off the celebration of 101 years of homecoming, and hopefully many more. The parade was followed by Friday Night Lights, which included a bonfire, pep rally, lighting of the A, and fireworks. Saturday was the annual homecoming game, which sports anchors Rachel Vigil and Grace Reeder will discuss later in the show.
Biology is CSU's largest major with more than 1,400 students, and chemistry is one of the university's top-rated programs in both teaching and research. Both departments do not have their own buildings, but that's about to change. Reporter Sammy Sposato has more.
Discovery begins here.
Last Thursday, CSU hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for two new science-related buildings. A new biology building and a chemistry research building will be east of the anatomy and zoology building. Students voted to provide funding for the construction of the biology building that is estimated to cost up to $75 million. While the lab-intensive chemistry building will have some funding from the state, the estimated cost is up to $65 million. Although construction has begun, there is still a ways to go for the money.
We still have a ways to go. So I'll be on the road fundraising, both departments will be fundraising, and we hope to have these be the most remarkable buildings on campus.
The entire biology program will move from its current location in the anatomy and zoology building to the new facility.
Located right behind me will be the new biology building at 152,000 square feet, and right next to it, the new chemistry building at 61,000 square feet.
The biology building will be a student-focused environment with classrooms and student meeting areas. The chemistry building will be additional space for the chemistry department and will be dedicated to synthetic chemistry research. President Tony Frank was at the groundbreaking ceremony and is excited for the new buildings.
Well, it's a wonderful day for CSU. These two departments are so central to what the university's history has been and to what students take today. And to have both of these buildings coming up at the same time is really a remarkable opportunity for the university.
Both buildings will be completed and moved into by fall of 2017. Sammy Sposato, CTV News.
Along with the chemistry and biology buildings under construction, the new football stadium is being built, as well as repaving of the bike racks near the LSC.
After the break, weather anchor Elizabeth Prossi will have the latest on Fort Collins weather.
And later, Rachel and Grace will have a sports update. Stay tuned.